It is what it do and how the hell are all of you with yours truly, Petrov. I go back with another mother love. You already know the deal. Grab your smoke, grab your drink, and log with your boy, because we about to have a mother loving blast, my motherfuckers. Diving right on in, I thought this was kind of funny because Matt Walsh was not somebody that I always listened to. He's kind of grown on me over the last, I'd say, at least year. And his takes they definitely make me laugh. And the fact that this man went out of his way to write a serious book that talked about a very, very serious subject in such a very caring way that the left went after it so hard hurts the feels, you know what I mean? Makes me sad because Johnny the Walrus is probably a very spectacular book. It probably rivals most of the children's books that are out there. But because of the author, the left is such in their feels about it that they got to get so mad that they got to go against the children. The children in which that they say they love and stand for so much. But yet they're going to make it so they can only see one book, not all books. Isn't that kind of weird? Isn't that kind of fucked up in its own sense? They can read My Two Gay Mamas, but they can't read Johnny the Walrus. They can use Billy Wants to Be Jill, but they can't read Johnny the Walrus? Come on now, man. Gotta be fair. Now, Matt Walsh, as a true G, knew full well that they was going to come down like this. But the fact that this man still went out of his way to put the book together, to put it out, and to collect them dividends for the few days that it was out and popping, is definitely a slap in the face to those that got so butthurt by it. But what's new? Lefties being butthurt about shit that's got nothing to do with them. Funny, isn't it? Or it's lefties getting butthurt for nothing that has to do with them, or something that has to do with them, but it doesn't really affect them. But yet they still got to find a way to report it and or get it banned because that's what they got their time to do. Let's be honest. Now, we're going to keep it rolling, you know what I mean? On to the next one. Now, something that I've made comments about before is right here at the top, they do a lot of this black green screen back here, and then they do this like Biden won, Trump lost, get vaxxed. Now, I mean, we can always just, you know, right, get this. Get fucked, Karen. We keep it classy in this bitch. You already know what it is. Classy. Now, I say it like that because, look, here's another one. Non-binary LGBTQ plus activists ask me almost anything. We can disagree and still love each other. Unless your disagreement is rooted in oppression and denial of my humanity and right to exist. James Baldwin. Now, we're going to keep it moving. Look at this. Oh, same one. Oh, but this one right here. This one kind of had me cracking. Now, he is saying that he's a veteran. I'll take that seriously. I don't know very many people that are going to be using stolen dollar, you know. I know there's assholes out there that do it, but I don't know anybody that's going to just do it just to do it, you know, like especially like this. Now, I read through all this shit, you know, that legalize all drugs, save the police, gun rights are human rights, taxation isn't always theft, abolish DHS, ICE, ATF, DEA, NASA, FBI, healthcare, education should be socialized, expand U.S. population by 5 million by 2035, nuclear and micro wind energy, we need ranked choice or star voting, liberal, leftist liberals, support, whatever, shit, Biden, Trump, Obama. I'm assuming that's his list. Now, this one makes a little bit of sense to me, you know. And I say it like that because a lot of these agencies, especially when it comes to like this agency and the CIA, they do a lot of questionable shit. Let's just keep it 100 across the board. They do a lot of questionable things that we can all say, especially like when we think about the Trump Russia hoax. We think about how they investigated the Jussie Smollett thing, the Bubba Wallace, how the time is just wasting. They're okay to just have their time wasted. All that shit. CIA, Crowder talked about all that. That's a whole different story. Now, the save the police, I understand that because I understand that we do need police, and I understand that there's a lot of bad cops out there, and I think those bad cops definitely need to be handled in a very serious situation. You know what I mean? They definitely can't be taken lightly, as I think a lot of departments take. You know, and I'm not saying they purposely take it lightly. I'm not saying that. I'm fully aware that there's loopholes, that they got to jump through this, that, the other. It's not the easiest to prove a dirty cop unless you got other cops that are going to come forward. I understand all that shit. But there still's got to be some way, you know what I mean? And I think that's what a lot of, like, when we're working towards reform, that's definitely something that will get reformed, I think, over time. And especially now, I think there's a lot of cops now that are just trying to do their job in the best way they can possible. So that's why I always say I hold out hope for the police. But when he says, like, legalize all drugs, that right there kind of just baffles me because, you know, I understand the premise behind it. Then there's nobody chasing the money of it. There's no real black market, this, that, the other, right? I get it. Legalize all of them. Problem would be is I still think you'd still have crime. Because motherfuckers are still going to smoke themselves into brokenness, still going to get higher than a kite and lose their jobs, this, that, the other, and still need the next fix. So it doesn't necessarily stop crime all the way around, and it doesn't necessarily make it any guarantee that it stops crime. You want to go legalize meth? That's probably not going to be the best idea. Let's just be honest. Do you really want to legalize it so then it's okay to just be a tweaker? And even if you did legalize, there'd have to be so many little bylaws and by guidelines here and there. You'd be insane. So it's kind of better just to have, and there'd still have to be some kind of statute because you can't have junkies driving around whiling and out behind the wheel. Can't have tweakers out here bouncing off the motherfucking wall trying to clean the car as they're driving. Keep it 100, man. But we're going to keep it scrolling. Like this. I go live almost every night, get to know me and the gang. I have strong opinions, but as long as you can have a respectful conversation, you're okay. Type shit, right? Now, same thing. I'll accept a civil guest request, social democrat, atheist, feminist. Now, that's the one I think that started it. That's the one that started that list. And I say it like that because it made me laugh because there's always a list of motherfuckers on live on TikTok, generally at night and during the afternoon and sometimes in the morning that have these going on. A lot of the time it's about fuck Trump, he's a piece of shit, he always was a piece of shit, I hate him, rah, rah, rah. People still making their name off Trump, no surprise. But it throws me when they do have people that come on and do debates. Because it's not like it's being moderated on like YouTube where they got moderators, this, that, the other. It's normally just like seemingly the ones I've watched, it's like a free-for-all. Or you got one person that's going to share, going to talk, but not really say nothing. You know what I mean? And that's some of the shit that I think is almost idiotic and irritating, to say the very least, when you think about it for what it is. You know what I mean? And I think when I see people do that, just debate me, bro, just debate me. Just debate me, bro, just debate me. No. I used to be one of the people that I'll debate anybody. And I realized very quickly, no, I'm not. No. Because if we can't find a general common ground to start with, the debate's going to go nowhere, and it's going to be a waste of everyone's time involved. So there's no real reason to do that or waste anyone's time doing that. And I'm not going to waste my time or anyone else's time just going to have a debate that's just going to go around in circles. And that's what a lot of these debates end up being. It's not like anyone's going to change each other's mind, and that's not really what it's for. It's for views, and a lot of the time I think it's for gotcha moments. Whether like, oh, it's not for the gotcha moments, I really think it is because of the platforms you're using and how you're doing it. I'll let anybody come into my domain as long as they're respectful to my standards. But a lot of time you don't see that shit reciprocated. Believe that. And I know a lot of people can attest to that. It's generally funny. That being said, on to the next one. Now this one right here, man, this one's crazy, bro. These two about to start duking. Watch this. After he starts dukes, gotcha. Now I've probably seen that coming. I just thought it'd be fun to throw that in there. Listen to this.
Well, not anymore. No, I'm joking. I was paying attention in the mid-60s. But now in the mid-40s, I don't pay attention anymore.
Clapper.
You know, Biden goes on Jimmy Fallon and acts like it's going to be some major thing, when I think we all know that that's like Biden's got to do this tour where he really thinks he's going to get people that are going to back him. And all these celebrities are doing they're just in awe because they're talking to Biden. That's it. because they got to be nice to the president because they're fucking they're the people that run the agencies. They're part of the corporations. They're part of ABC, NBC, Fox, all that shit. They're like, you're gonna say it this way, right? You know, you're gonna say it this way. You already know that's the way they do it. So why act like that's anything other than non-scripted conversation where it's nothing but softball questions, lovey-dovey questions, loud this way? It's not like Jimmy Fallon's gonna ask him anything serious. Let's keep it 100 all day, every day. So why do that shit? Why waste everyone else's time involved? It's crazy that the media shit on Trump the way they did for so long, and now push the vaccine that he helped push so hard, and then try to act like Biden is oh so good so often. It's fucking wild to me, bro. And I know it's wild to so many other people too, because it's like, you know how crazy you gotta be to actually think that these motherfuckers are doing anything good other than flapping their gums? Let's keep it a buck. Now listen to this.
My message to anybody considering coming to Los Angeles, especially during the holiday season, is don't.
A sobering and somewhat terrifying statement from the LA Police Protective League, the union representing LAPD officers. The message coming as a crime wave continues to slam the city and surrounding areas.
We can't guarantee your safety. It is really, really out of control. I said it to people before. It's like that movie Purge. You know, instead of 24 hours to commit your crime, these bad people have 365 days to commit whatever they want.
The warnings seem to resonate with residents.
It's pretty scary walking at night.
Sarah Veenstra moved to LA from...
Now that right there, you know, that's scary in its own right. You know, we don't want people to be afraid of having to walk around their own neighborhoods at night, this, that, the other, right? That's crazy. And when we got people on the left and we got people that are a part of this radical ass movement that defund the police, this, that, the other, that really act like they're going to be able to somehow handle what's being thrown at them, is wild. You know what I mean? It's baffling that you have people that deny that there's a crime wave. It's baffling that you have people that are acting as if the crime wave is just something that's small and it's only happening in certain areas. Or there are people that are trying to say it is white supremacists doing it. It is crazy the shit that people are pushing. And like you said, it's like the Purge 24 hours. It's like they got 365 days a year and they've been running it. All that shit was during the riots was motherfuckers doing test runs on how they was going to get shit done. And now they doing it. You know what I mean? Robbing Gucci stores, Versace stores, robbing all kinds of stores. You know what I mean? Like I said before, they're not just jacking Targets and shit no more, man. They jacking everybody's store. No store is safe with these motherfucking robbers. And the crime wave doesn't seem to be going anywhere because there's a lot of people that don't want to even acknowledge it. And the people that don't want to acknowledge it are the people that are living in these blue states and running these blue states and running these blue cities. Because if they acknowledge the crime wave, then they have to acknowledge that they've done something wrong. And what they've been wanting to do is not doing the right thing. And what they have been doing has been hurting their cities and their counties way more than it's been helping. But yet they would never want to sit on that bullet. They would never want to say that I've actually fucked up and I've done something wrong. But no, they could never do that, right? No way. And I think it's crazy that we as Americans are fed such bullshit and such trivial lies and nonsense by the people that we've entrusted to run our country and help us be the best the United States that we can. But no, that's something that they've taken for granted seemingly over and over and over again and just don't know how to just do the right thing or quit lying about doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And that's how I see it. And it's sad because America is truly a great country with a lot of great people in it, with a lot of great things about it. And a lot of these radicals and a lot of these liberals and a lot of these jackals in office really make it a very shitty place to so many outside countries, because they scream democracy and then behind the scenes scream what they want to be social, what they want to be communism, what they want to be censorship. If you're not with them, then you're against them. And if you're against them, they don't want nothing to do with you, and they don't want you to have anything. And they've proven that time and time again. And it's only gotten more and more fierce with the vaccine and the vaccine mandates. You have so many people that are literally saying the vaccine mandate should be worse and go harder. And that's insane again, because people, these are other people they're talking about, and they just don't care. But then they want people to care about them when it comes to them being on the other end of, you've done fucked up and made a horrible example in life for yourself, but now you want someone to fix you and make it better. You know what I mean? Like, how many people have we heard say, if you get COVID and you don't have the shot, then you have to deal with the ramifications, and if that means you die, then you die. But they don't have that same energy if it was them and they were vaccinated and now they got COVID. Oh, I should live. Oh, looking ass. You know what I mean? And you got motherfuckers afraid of a variant that is supposed to spread more rapidly, but it is a lot more mild. Sounds like maybe it's not being as powerful, because if the from what I've heard, and a lot of other people have heard, the Omicron variant is like seemingly overpowers the Delta variant in whatever micro way that it does. And I guess we'll just have to see where that plays out, but we already know that there's people playing in the fear of it, in pushing the fear of it, and running with the fear of it. And that's the motherfucking problem. And that's how America becomes more and more divided. That's how the people become more and more estranged from each other. Believe that shit. And that's why I'm going to keep talking my shit. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to keep trying to get the motherfuckers out there to laugh and enjoy the content. Know there's someone out here talking this shit so that some people don't have to. You already know what it is. Stay blessed, stay safe, and it's always going to be fuck Joe Biden, and it's always going to be fuck Nancy Pelosi in the same motherfucking breath. I don't know why I added Nancy Pelosi, but I thought it'd be kind of funny. You already know what it is. Stay blessed on this rainy motherfucking Thursday in Minnesota. Wednesday in Minnesota. Peace.